Hi, Mike Gould here, Mayor of Hounds Town, USA, home to the happiest dogs on earth. Here we have our new little friend Charlie, who she's 5-month-old puppy, 4, 5, 6-month-old young. So we treat her a little differently than if it was an adult dog. But she's moving away from puppyhood into adulthood. So dogs mature rapidly, right? So what she was 2 months ago is different than she is now. And in 6 months, she'll be completely different. Not physically maybe, but certainly psychologically, mentally. So all of our training is conducted with the dog on a leash and collar under our supervision. The dog doesn't need as much free time as most humans think. Humans think dogs have to run endlessly through a big house or a big backyard. They don't. They need their needs met, but most importantly, they need leadership and relaxation. So what we're going to demonstrate today, this is like your kitchen, this is our lobby. There's dog odor, there's all kinds of things, there's noises. Hey, hi, baby girl, good girl. So we play with her. Some of the rules, 4 feet are always on the ground. So we don't look, talk, or touch unless we want the dog. So we live way up here, she lives way, way down there. So when I stand up, I'm like a giant. So I move around. Movement is the key. When I get low, she's gonna come to me, I think. Good girl. So just by dropping a few inches, she comes and I love her. Then I can make all kinds of noises and distractions. We've modified her feeding schedule. She's been really good. She's got to spend more time outside than inside. Once she pees and poops outside, she may make a mistake here or there. Then we put her in her crate. How we do that is just give her a very little place. And that's the only place in this universe that she gets a morsel of food. So actually, for our purposes, and she don't come out without permission. So she's in her place. Now, if I knew she peed and pooped, I'd shut that. I'd put this crate somewhere away from the activity so people aren't harassing her. Then if I want her out, I just get low. Good girl. Yeah. Charlie, good girl. Good. Then I love her. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. And I'm down low. She's hunting for a little piece of food. Then I'm going to, just for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to put her in a different place. Go place. Good girl. So you got to work it out and understand this is very confusing to her because I just moved these things around. I moved the crate is not where it normally is, and this bed's not normally here. But she can't get off this bed. She wants a treat, so she's been conditioned. I give her a tiny piece of food, tiny. She's been bathed, and I practice. I open doors, I close doors, I squeak noises. She can't get up. So we're just playing around. I can drop food on the ground, I think. She can't get up. If I want to move her from one place to another, I get low and say, okay, girl, go place. Go place. Good girl. So this is just a game. The only trick for a treat we do is go and get plays. She doesn't get food for any other behavior. We correct bad behavior with a little snap of the leash, and we praise her physically when her 4 feet are on the ground. If I want to walk her, the leash is on. Okay. She stays on my left heel. Good girl. I go to the door. Good girl. She sits automatically. I step out my right. I open the door, but I don't put her under pressure to answer the door. In fact, when the doorbell rings, I'd rather her someplace else. Go place. Now I can answer the door. And what you want to see is a happy dog. This isn't oppressive. This wasn't heavy-handed. We don't talk to the dog. So that we'll send you the top 10 things when the dog gets food. She's been really good with the housebreaking. She made 1 or 2 mistakes early on, but we adjusted her food schedule. And that's it. She's doing great. She walks on a leash with other dogs around. There's no problems whatsoever. So we're going to cut. Happy holidays. So finishing us up our video, here we have little Charlie, who has learned to go to a place. That's the only behavior we teach where we use food as a reward. The rest of the behavior, physical love is the reward, which is more natural. But dogs are denning animals. They have to go to a place, and then the leader of the pack gives them food. When Ashley, the leader of the pack, wants her, she doesn't have to do anything other than to drop low, and the dog will come to her.
Okay, good dog.
She said okay, and that releases. Notice the leash and collar is always on. There's never tension on the leash. So Ashley, let's just demonstrate if you can. See how the leave it command is. You might want to pick up. This is a very important command, meaning we're going to ask her to drop a high value treat. This is high level learning. She's going to take a piece of lamb lung.
Leave it.
This is huge. Let me just get a little close up. Let I have a little piece.
Okay. Leave it. Okay.
And we use this.
Leave it.
This is huge. This is a huge beyond high school. Now she wants him to go place up on the mat.
Charlie, go place.
And then she gets another piece of a treat. Little bit. Then she stays there no matter what Ashley does. There's no, if you notice that there's no eye contact, there's no talking, the dog is really good, very food motivated, so we use that to our advantage, but don't do it for tricks. The trick is going to a place and staying there under any circumstance. When Ashley wants her, she just gets low, claps her hands, and says, okay. Then she loves, loves, loves. She's going to tell her to place in her crate one more time. So you can see this is not an unhappy dog that has been heavy-handedly put in these situations. She's very happy. She can go answer the door. She can knock on the door, ring the bell. But this is where the dog should be. I wouldn't put him under the pressure of answering the door. There's no barking. This will happen with other dogs present. Now when we're going to take a walk outside, Ashley's simply going to go to where she wants to be, get low.
Charlie.
Happy dog, she picks up the leash. Now, if you were leaving the dog overnight or weren't supervising, you take the leash and collar off. Notice Ashley is relaxed. Her arms, her legs, there's no tension on the dog. He smelled a little bit of piece of food. She corrected him gently. This isn't overt. She hasn't talked to the dog at all. She's going to step out with her left, and we're going to go outside. And we'll cut and go outside. Just turn, see that she's relaxed, she's looking up, she's not bent over. The dog is perfectly fine. When she turns, the dog turns. No tension. She stops, the dog will sit. She'll step out with her right, the dog will stay. She drops the leash and walks away. And there is a lot of distractions out here. Noise that we take for granted. Sounds of motorcycles. She gets low, the dog comes to her. This is great. Now, that's school. Now we're just going to give her a few minutes of free time out in the back in an enclosed space where she can run around, but drag the leash. And if she pees and poops right now, she just drops the leash. Good. And she stands up, and then the party is over. Now the dog can go sniff, pee, poop. Get low. Perfect. So you have a long way to go. This is beyond our basic boot camp, actually, because she does have some experience with us. And
Charlie,
leash and collar's always on. Does it get dirty? Yeah. Is it a problem? No. Now we watch. We give her some time. Now we forget her and see if she pees or poops. So remember, no look, don't talk, no touch when you want her to do something. Now she's on her free time. This is great exercise for this little runt. Great exercise. Under our supervision with the leash on. No problems. I'm going to cut because there's no sense in just watching this, but obviously in about 5 minutes or so, she's going to have to do something, pee or poop, for which we'll praise her, not give her a physical treat. And you can read her behavior, read what her needs are. She's a cool, cute little dog that wants to learn, so we can make her all that she can be. She's getting ready to do something.
Leash. She's getting ready. And the point is, we can't compare dogs to other dogs. So her needs, urinate. Hey, yay, doggy. Good girl, baby. Good girl. Good girl. So she urinated, so we throw a party for her. We know that needs met. Yeah, do I have to stand out here in the cold for 5 minutes? Yeah. But don't compare dogs. Everyone in your house has a different physiology. And we all have our different times that we want to relieve ourselves, right? It's not on an exact schedule. So that was fabulous. So we know that's done. So her bladder should be good for a couple of hours now. And then we'll see when she poops, we'll make a note of that. She already pooped today, so we're good to go. We're golden. Fantastic. The end of another successful boot camp.